want to know what changed.
Well, I can't remember. I don't remember. Cindy, do you remember?
I don't, and I actually, Councilman Hinman asked me, and it's only been brought up to me twice, and 2 years ago when it was brought up, it was the same thing, that it was not a privilege at that time. It would be up to the council to determine. If it was before, I do not know when it changed.
Swanker?
If I may refresh Kevin's mind, I know Councilman Lucas and myself talked about it, and I am, when Bonnie researched it and found out that the employees do it now, and they just they have to do the deduction from their paycheck. But at the time, Councilman Lucas thought that Kevin said we couldn't because we were elected officials, we were elected, not appointed. So my question would be, I understand we're elected, but I know Councilman Lucas was appointed. He said up here, so does that mean he gets it, and then when he was elected, he don't get it? Councilman Snowden was appointed, so did he get it for the first year, and then he don't get it because he was elected? I mean, it happened, so, I mean, I guess that's a question that I had. I don't know, Kevin, do you recall?
I don't recall the discussion, but I don't think the question is how a member comes to be on the council. I don't think that's the distinction. I think the relevant issue is that if at the time you were elected, the members of the council did not receive this benefit by reason of their membership on the council, then this benefit as compensation for services would be an increase in compensation during the term for which you are either appointed or elected, and the Constitution prohibits an increase in compensation for elected, for officials during a term of office. So that may have been the discussion before, and we may have used elected as shorthand for term of members serving a term of office. The issue is whether or not this is compensation which was imposed before members of the council began their term. Rather, I don't know when it went out of practice or when it was no longer done, but if it was not a benefit conferred on members at the time they were elected, and if there is a financial benefit by way of this guy, then one could argue that it's an increase in compensation, which should only take effect with those elected terms in the future after the compensation is there.
So if this passes tonight, there'll be all future people elected.
Well, that's the analysis, and I don't know what the facts are. Okay, in terms of when the benefit ceased or whether, I mean, we can certainly find out whether or not this was offered to members of the council previously. But
Do we act on this, Mayor, since there was a first and a second, or do we just
You table.
make a motion to table at this time and let Kevin get back with us?
And motion to table 5/22/2014 D. Second. Second by Councilman Hammond. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes. No roll call.